My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. Today, let us contemplate on grace of Guru. What is this grace? We know about gravity. Gravity pulls us. You throw anything up, it will fall down. Water flows from a mountain top to the river. The gravity always makes you flow downwards. Makes anything flow downwards. The grace is something which makes move upwards. It's not about a stone or it's not about water, but make the mind move upwards. Nature of mind is always to go outwards towards the sense objects, because the world is very attractive. We chase objects in the world. To make the mind inwards, go inwards and move upwards, to revise your to realize your divine nature, a force is required. That force is called grace. The natural tendency of the mind is to go outwards. It's like a downfall because you get attracted to sense objects. And when you get attracted to sense objects, get involved in one sort of the activity or other which will yield karmic fruits. And karmic fruits are responsible for our life after life after life taking birth to experience the karmic cycle. The grace uplifts us. First, it helps us to make the mind move inwards and then lift the mind towards the self. Helps us to realize our own nature. This is called grace. Let us understand the grace in bit more detail. Dhyana moolam guror murtihi. Puja moolam guror padam. Mantra moolam guror vakyam. Moksha moolam guru krapa. Dhyana moolam guror murtihi. We are attracted about so many things in the world. When the mind is attracted about anything, it's a sort of meditation only. Somebody is attracted by girl, somebody is attracted by a boy, somebody is attracted by money, somebody is attracted by sports. These are all a meditation states. Only this meditation on the objects outside. So you can call this girl meditation, money meditation, cricket meditation, football meditation, or movie meditation, or movie star meditation. Our mind is engaged in so many different types of meditations. Will these meditations lead to our upliftment? Some of these may lead to our material improvement. But spiritual upliftment starts when the mind is attracted to the form of Guru. Mind is attracted to the form of the master, a realized person. That is the beginning of the inward journey of the mind, and that is the beginning of the spiritual journey. Others, you may go to many holy places, may visit some temples, still the spiritual journey has not begun. Many of them are more of a religious activities, The spiritual journey is your inward journey. Inward journey starts when you meet a realized person, a Sadguru. Dhyana Moolam Guror Murti. Our mind gets attracted by the form of the realized person, by the exuding peace, by the words, by the divinity which manifests in that person. So that is the beginning of our spiritual journey. That's why Dhyana Moolam Guror Murti. Puja Moolam Guror Padam. Puja means worship. We worship a lot of things in life. We may say that I worship God. Okay, that's only half an hour a day, 45 minutes a day in your puja room. But what do you do rest of the time? Oh, rest of the time I think of making money. So you are worshipping money most of the time. No, I am very attracted to sports. So you are worshipping that sports or sports personality. So we worship a lot of things in life. But the real worship starts when you worship the feet of a realized master. Puja Moolam Guror Padam. Now the moment you say feet, the feet of a realized master is the path he takes. He stands, when we say feet, it's more related to his stand. A realized person stands on the love and wisdom. Love and wisdom are the 2 feet of the master. Prema and Jnana. And the footsteps, the path he takes are the footsteps. The path is path of service, path of Loka Kalyana, path of Jnana. These are the footsteps of the master. Your spiritual journey progresses when you are able to worship the feet of the master, which is Jnana and Prema, the wisdom and love. Your journey continues when you follow the feet, path of the master, which is a path of service. Now, what is this love? Everybody experiences love. Love related to mine and mine, related to me. Who is related to me, I love. But the love of the master is universal in nature. It is not for a particular person or a particular being. It is for the entire universe. The radiating universal love is the one of the feet of the master. The second feet of the master is Jnana, wisdom. We have a Jnana. We know about knowledge. I have read hundreds of books, thousands of novels. Okay. I have done my doctorate, PhD in such and such subject. They are all knowledge related to the outer world for making a living. Jnana refers to here is Atma Jnana, knowledge of the self. The knowledge of the self which leads you, which uplifts you. The knowledge that you are not the body, mind or intellect, you are pure consciousness, you are divine in nature. That's called Jnana. These are the 2 feet of the master. With these 2 feet, he makes a move in life, and that move is service, Loka Kalyana, for all living beings, bringing peace and love. When you start worshipping that, your spiritual progress happens. Mantra Moolam Guror Vakyam. We have heard so many different types of mantras. This mantra, that mantra, that mantra, that mantra. Nowadays you go to a music shop, you'll get packaged mantras. So you can get one CD with 14 mantras, another CD with 28 mantras. So the mantra means manana trayati iti mantra. Trayati means protects. One which really protects you, one which really uplifts you is called mantra. What really protects you, what really uplifts you is the knowledge of the self. Atma-jnana, knowledge of liberation. That is the real mantra. Now that is actually is not a repetition of any syllable or any sentence. It is the essential teaching of all scriptures, all Upanishads. The teaching that you are not a body, you are not a mind, you are not an intellect, you are pure consciousness. ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನ್ನಾನೇ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. A realized master is able to give this teaching in a clear fashion, in a way you can understand, with the examples which you can understand, so that you are able to realize your inner self. That alone is mantra, one which protects you. Moksha moolam guru krapa. The grace of the master only can liberate you. Now the grace of the guru comes in the form of clarity of teaching. With absolute clarity, the message of Upanishad is delivered. The message of enlightenment is delivered, which brings the conviction in you and which liberates you. The teaching is the real grace of the master. Meeting the master is the grace. Listening to the word of the master is the grace. Following the path of the master is grace. Ultimate grace is the teaching received from the master. The teaching received from the master is called paroksha jnana, or indirect knowledge. When you experience, then the teaching becomes internalized. You have a direct experience of truth. That's called aparoksha jnana. That aparoksha jnana will liberate you. So this is in essence the grace. The grace is the teaching.